Students, good morning. Today we will continue with our chapter number 5, industry. Today we will discuss about the Tata Industries, which is established or in Jamshedpur. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in India, and it was Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, means TISCO, and it was privately owned, means it is in private sector. After independence, government took initiative and set up several iron and steel plants, and TISCO was started in 1907 in Sanchi, near the confluence the rivers Subarnarekha and Kharkhai in Jharkhand. Later on, Sanchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Geographically, if we see, or geographically, if we observe that in Jharkhand or in Jamshedpur, there is a lots of iron and steel centers are there. Here you can get the lots of iron ore, and because of that, and also the raw material which is necessary for the iron industries and steel industries, as well as we can say that the coal mines are there. To melt the iron ores, it is necessary to have coals there. So because of all these facilities, Tata had established their iron and steel industry over Jamshedpur. Sanchi was chosen to set up the steel plant for the several reasons. Which are the reasons? The reasons are there. It is 32 kilometers away from the Kalimati stations on Bengal Nagpur railway line. It is also close to the iron ore, coal and manganese deposits, as well as to Kolkata. And this area provides a large market for the company. TISCO gets coal from Jharia coal fields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kargai and Subarnarekha rivers ensure sufficient water supplies, and these are the reasons why Sanchi was chosen as a steel plant for TISCO company. Government also takes some initiatives for the development of this company. Then in Jamshedpur, several other industrial plants were set up after TISCO, and they are related some chemical, locomotive parts, agriculture equipments, machinery, tin plates, cable and wires. After the development of iron and steel industry, the doors were opened for the rapid industrial development in India. Almost all the sectors in Indian industry depend heavily on iron and steel. And the Indian iron and steel industry consists large integrated plants as well as the mini steel mills. Now let's discuss about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, you all are familiar with this name, which is located in United States of America, and it is a important steel city. It is this Pittsburgh is also known as Steel City in USA. The steel industry at Pittsburgh, locational advantages. Why? Some of the raw materials such as coal is available here locally, while the iron ore comes from the iron mines of the Minnesota, about 15 kilometers from the Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply. The famous Great Lakes waterway, trains carry the ore from the Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio and Monongahela and Allegheny rivers provides adequate water supply to them. Today, if we discuss today, very few the large steel mills in Pittsburgh are there. In the comparison of ancient time or in the comparison of past time, today very few steel companies are there. They are located in valleys in the Monongahela and Allegheny rivers above the Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh area has many factories other than the steel mills. These use steel as their raw material to make many different products such as rail, road equipments, heavy machinery and rails. Now let's discuss about cotton textile industry. Weaving clothes from yarn is an ancient art. In India also many weavers are there, and the Indian cotton and Indian textiles are were very much famous in the past during the time of kings and different rulers or Mughal dynasties. And for example, the patola of Patan, mushroom of Bangladesh. So silk from India, all these things are very much famous in ancient time. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax have been used for making clothes. The textile industry can be divided into the basis of raw materials used in them. Fibers are the raw materials of the textile industry. Fibers means the threads, or what we can say thread are the raw material for the textile industries. If they don't have thread, if they don't have these fibers, they are not able to weave the proper clothes. Fibers can be natural or man-made. Which are the natural fibers? Wool, silk, cotton, linen and jute are natural fibers. Why? Because they are obtained from the natural products. Wool is a natural product which we get from the animals. Silk also a natural product. Cotton, all these things are natural or agriculture products, and that we get or that we obtain naturally. In man-made fibers, we can include nylon, polyester, acrylic, and rayon, because it is made by the humans by using different chemicals or threads. The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world, and which was started in 18th century during the Industrial Revolution in England. Cotton cloth was made using hand spinning techniques, means wheel and looms. In 18th century, when the power loom facilitated means power loom means electrical powers. Before that, electrical power as well as steam engine, steam power, these kind of facilities available in 18th century, and the development of the cotton textile industry first in Britain and later in other parts of the world. If we talking about present time or recent time, India, China, Japan and the USA are the important producers of textile. Before the British rule, Indian hand spun and hand woven clothes already had a wide market, as I told you. Before the Industrial Revolution was introduced, the Indian spun and hand woven clothes have a lots of market and have a large market, wide market in the world. India exported these kind of clothes in the world. The muslin of Dhaka Synthesis of Masulipatanam, calicos of Calicut, and gold wrought cotton of Burhanpur, Surat, and Vadodara were known worldwide for their quality and design. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. The warm, moist climates, a pot of importing machinery, available raw material, and skilled labor resulted in a rapid expansion of the industry in the region. Now let's talk about Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad, you all are aware with this name and you all have visited this city anyhow. This city is located in Ahmedabad on the bank of Sabarmati. In Ahmedabad, the first mill was established in 1859 and it soon became the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. First, the textile industry was established in India is in Mumbai. It is in 1854 and then in 1859 the first mill was established in Gujarat in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad was known as the Manchester of India, and favorable location factors were responsible for the development of the textiles in India. Ahmedabad situated very close to cotton growing area. The climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. There is a lots of human labors are available here. The densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra provide both skilled and semi-skilled labor, as I told. Facility of import machinery and export cotton textiles are easily available in Mumbai. But after some years, or we can talk in recent years, present years, Ahmedabad textile mills have been having some problems. Now, what kind of problems? Regarding materials, some they are not getting proper profit, their textiles are not exportable, and that's why they have a loss, and that is why some mills have closed down. This is primarily due to an emergence of new textile centers in the country. Now, let's discuss about Osaka. Osaka, which is known as the Manchester of Japan, and it is a very much important textile center of Japan. In Osaka, due to some geographical factors, for example, easily availability of water, their transportations and laborers, this textile industry has developed in Osaka. Warm, humid climate is well suited to spinning and weaving. River Yodo provides sufficient water for the mills. Laborers are easily available here, and they have good markets also there. For the company's raw materials, cotton is imported from Egypt, India, China, and USA. Though it is one of the important textile cities in the country, of late cotton textile industries of Osaka has been replaced by other industries such as iron and steel, machinery and shipbuilding, automobiles and electrical equipment and cement. So here we finish our chapter, we complete our chapter. I will send you exercise of this chapter along with this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.